Joe's Pizza and John's Pizza are two establishments that sell pizza slices for lunch. Joe's formed their slices by having 12-inch pies cut into 6 slices. John's, 14-inch pies and cut into 8 slices. Which one is bigger? Well, I like pizza, so let's make some pizza. I have my 12-inch and 14-inch cast iron. And before I make my pizzas, I look up mise en place. Mr. Goulash likes to know that mise en place is some French term for preparing your ingredients. So let's prepare ingredients. I like peppers and onions on my pizzas. Here are peppers and onions all sliced up. I need pizza sauce. Use tomato paste, extra virgin olive oil, sugar, salt, oregano, whisk it together, you got pizza sauce. For my protein, I like having smoked pork loin. So here's my smoked pork loin. You might want to know, where did I get my smoked pork loin? I put the rub onto the smoked pork loin. I take this pork loin, walk it over to the grill, set my smoker to 245 degrees, and have it stay at that temperature for about 5 hours. Take your pork loins, put probes into them, put a probe in the smoker, and let it smoke. Remember, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. So keep the smoker closed the whole time. From there, I add a little bit of cheese, because what pizza has no cheese on it? And now let's prepare our pizzas. First, you want to get your cast irons ripping hot, and with some oil on it, you place the dough onto the hot cast irons so that your crust forms a nice brown color. Go ahead and spread it out all the way to the edges. Everybody wants their pizza to be a full 12 inches and a 14 inches. Apply the tomato paste that you had created for both pizzas. Apply the smoked pork loin first so that it doesn't dry out. Cheese on top, and then the veg. On mine, I'm going to do half veg because Jonah doesn't like veg on his. Get your convection oven to 450 degrees and get your pizzas inside. But first, I like to tent it so the cheese doesn't burn. Put it into the oven and voila, you have two pizzas at 14 inches and 12 inches. Slice them, and now it's time for some comparison. On the left are 12-inch pizza, on the right the 14-inch pizza. We take a slice out each to see which is bigger, but the eyeball test doesn't really reveal which is bigger, the 12-inch or the 14-inch. So let's do some math. I loaded up the pizzas on a workable file here, and the first thing I'm going to do is draw a circle and make it about the same size as our pizza here. And I'm going to call our radius for the first pizza to be 6. After all, it was on a 12-inch pizza. Now, to find the size, the area of the sector, which is going to be the single slice right here, what I'll do next is I'm going to take the area of the 12-inch sector, I'll call that 12S, is going to equal, well, the central angle here is going to be 60 degrees because there are 6 slices. Now, when I take 60 divided by 3, 60 times the area, which is pi times radius squared, I'll notice that the 60 over 360 reduces to 1/6, which makes perfect sense. After all, we have 1/6 of the pizza because it's 1 out of 6 slices. I put this value into my calculator, and I find that the area is going to be 18.85 inches squared. I'll shrink this down, and let's do the same thing for the second pizza. Once again, we're going to take the pizza and make a circle to simulate the whole size of the pizza. Make this a little bit bigger here. And we go ahead and carve out the sector that is relevant for us, which is the pizza slice that is right there. With this 14-inch pizza, we have a radius of 7, and now in a similar way, we write that the area of the 14-inch pizza sector is equal to, well, the central angle here is going to be 45 degrees over 360. And again, I'll explain that in a second, times pi times 7 squared, pi r squared. 45 over 360 is 1 over 8, which again intuitively makes sense because after all, we have 1/8 of the pizza. We do pi times 7 squared divided by 8, and we get a final value of 19.24 inches squared. So there you have it. So let's formally write our answer right back at the question. Joe's 12-inch slice has a total area of 18.85 inches squared, whereas John's 14-inch slice, cut into 8 pieces, has a total area of 19.24 inches squared. Which establishment is selling the bigger slice of pizza? The question's answer is John's.